Hey, this will be a video chart on the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Well, despite all the headlines saying the streak was in jeopardy, it just closed green, up a little over 6 points on the day. So the now, 4 or 5 day streak continues. Looking at the chart here, you can see that it's really just been a monster ever since December. And well, I should say after this pullback here, in the grand scheme of things, it's been a monster for much longer than that, as you can see. But just even recently, after it came down here and then bounced off the 50-day simple moving average, which is that purple line, you can see that the bulls have clearly been in charge. So just want to get things updated because it's been a long time since I've done this. And also on the weekly chart, there's actually a huge event that's about to take place, and it's the first time since, I think, 2004. But we're going to have to go to the weekly chart for that. Really, you can't tell too much on this one, the daily, that is, because even if you try to go like this, you can start to see things over here, but it's just going to be a lot easier if we go back and look on the weekly chart. So let's just pull up the weekly and we'll take things from there. So even with this, still going to have to scrunch things up quite a bit, but now it can still give us a little better idea of what's going on. So first off, what is the big event that is right around the corner of happening? Well, if we look right here, you can see that this purple line is about to cross up through this orange line. This purple line is the 50-week simple moving average. This orange line is the 200-week simple moving average. And what is about to occur right here is called the golden cross, and that's always a good sign of strength. And if we go back here through the history of the chart, you can see that the last time it happened was right here. Look down at the date. It was right towards the beginning of 2004, and then you can see, things made a much bigger jump even from there. Now, I should say that the golden cross is not a leading indicator, meaning it's formed by indicators that have already happened. They're just averages, so it's not that like this is predicting an explosive move. All it is doing is confirming that this trend is strong, and there's some legitimate strength behind it. So once more, this is not a leading indicator. It is just more a confirmation type event. So let's look at some of the key levels now that we need to start to pay attention to. And the first one is right around here. Move that up a little bit more. If we look back through the history of the chart, you can see that back here acted as resistance or support a few times, and then when it fell through, when the price tried to get back up here, acted as resistance. And now that we're back above it, it has turned into a support level. So this is going to be more of the ideal level that we'd like to see the bulls hold. This level is right around the 12,000 mark, give or take a little bit. But with any sort of pullback, ideally, hopefully we can hold 12,000. But if not, as you can see, we still have quite a few of our moving averages below us. So it wouldn't be the end of the world if 12,000 fell on any sort of pullback. But in the big overall picture, that's going to be the level we want to see hold strong. In terms of future levels of resistance, really the next resistance that I see is not up here until 13,000. Why do I say that? Well, if we look back here through the history, you can see once again acted as support, and then when the price fell through right here, acted as resistance, and then things went from there. So 13,000 is going to be the next area of resistance. So it's essentially about 1,000-point blue sky breakout in a sense, meaning we don't really have any resistances from 12,000 up here till 13,000. So really, I wouldn't be surprised to see 13,000 come sooner than later, because there isn't really anything significant, chart-wise, showing that would be holding it down. So overall, and I don't mean to state the obvious, but the chart has been very strong, and it seems to be only getting stronger. Every time it pulls back, it finds support where it should. Right here it pulled back, and it needed to find support at this 50-week simple moving average, and it did. Right here it pulled back, it needed to find support at the 200-week, that orange line, and it did. And now if it pulls back, hopefully it'll find support at that 12,000 level. So if there are any other questions on the chart, please let me know, but that's currently where the Dow Jones sits. If there are any other questions, like I said, on the NASDAQ or S&P or anything like that, you can also let me know about those. But those charts pretty much mimic this one quite a bit. So with that being said, I'd encourage you to check out bullwarriorstocks.com. If you go there and sign up for the free newsletter, you'll be sent a free ebook. And with your newsletter subscription, you'll get chart setups, trade ideas, educational pieces, all sorts of things from penny stocks up to big boards. So there's a good variety, something for everybody. It is all free. We've been making some good money together on our alerts, so I encourage you to head to the website, sign up, and see what it's all about. One more time, this was the Dow Jones Industrial Average. Thanks for listening.